Got it, or you want me to? Okay.
Hello, and welcome to Action Theater Extra Dose presents 12 Strong, starring Liam Helmsworth, Micah Pena. This came out in 2018, and it has a runtime of 2 hours and 10 minutes. This is about a group of armed soldiers that volunteered after the 9/11 attacks to go in and fight Al Qaeda. Would you like to say anything? Deleted scenes. And good evening.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, and hello to everyone in the chat. Yes, tonight's movie is 12 Strong. This was about who are referred to as the horse soldiers of Afghanistan. These were the first men who went into Afghanistan when the Afghan war began, and so yeah, that's I think Bill pretty much explained it. 9/11 took place, and the next day these men volunteered to go in.
Yep.
And this is their story, and it's got excellent cast of character actors. And let me see. That's pretty much it. So hang on to your hats.
Yeah, and if this is your first time catching Action Theater, as much as we'd love to actually show these here on YouTube, we cannot, because we're subject to copyright laws, and it would breach contract of YouTube, and the studios would come after us and sue us. And so, anyway, we do provide a link where you can watch along. We do hope you watch along. If not, hopefully you may have it on physical media or are able to watch on some streaming platform. So I'm going to load up the screening room now, and we'll head on over there and get it underway. All right. And I want to say hello to Jesse and Curtis Shelley. Welcome. So if you want to follow along, if you don't have your own copy, follow us over to the screening room, which is pinned at the top of the chat. And we'll start it. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, go. You got the Warner Brothers logo.
Alcon Entertainment. Black Label Media. Jerry Bruckheimer.
That's the first time the World Trade Center was attacked in '93.
Mm-hmm. The embassy bombing. The explosion on the call. I used to work with a woman whose son was killed in that attack. This is the assassination of the commander of the Northern Alliance, Masood.
Bush talking to Putin.
Mm-hmm. September 11th, 2001, Fort Campbell, Kentucky, 7:45 a.m. Opening with Chris Hemsworth. And the woman playing his wife here, I think, actually is his wife in real life.
Hello, DJ Play Nice. Welcome.
Oh.
We appreciate that, DJ.
Yeah, thank you,
Hope
DJ.
you're having a great day.
Jesse says, just finished watching a veteran's reaction to this movie. They called out a few things they got right and wrong. Yeah, it's still a Hollywood production, and they're going to get things wrong. And, of course, the attacks. Cumberland River, Kentucky exfil exercise, 8:31 a.m. That's one thing that I want everybody to do is this was based on a book that was about the true life guys. Go seek it out. Any documentary footage that you can find about this, please go out and see that. Don't take the movie alone as gospel.
Yeah, it's a movie based on true events, but obviously altered and changed for entertainment and cinema value.
Mm-hmm. And here we meet the team.
Air Force jets flying really low because they went on high alert that day.
And you also have to remember, at first, no one knew what the hell was going on, because there were so many different stories. Rob Riggle. He was retired military before he got into became a comedian and got into acting.
Hello and welcome, Connie Curry. Welcome.
Hi, Connie. Yeah, we are 5 minutes, 33, 34, 35 seconds in. Right.
Notice he mentioned he was served. It was part of the group that was in Somalia.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a good kill.
Fair enough.
This scene's kind of very important. It shows that when you know in our military family, you know when you get deployed or volunteered to go out, you may not make it back. That's a risk they all take. It's what they signed up for.
Saying this is true. There's been accounts of Green Beret members who will not retire. Only members of experience on the team. Yeah. And before that, she was on a plane that had snakes on it.
I have had enough of these snakes on a mother effing plane.
October 16th, 2001, Uzbekistan. Um,
Pretty much, Jesse.
yeah, I would really like to see like a legit G.I. Joe movie. And maybe that second movie might have been better. I don't know. I didn't see it, but that first movie,
No, it was no better than the first.
that was not it.
It was worse.
No. No, Carl Urban is not in this movie, Curtis.
Star Lord is also in this movie, I think.
No.
No, I thought he was.
No. You're thinking of Zero Dark 30.
Oh yeah.
William Fickner.
Not sure, Kurt.
No, no. Carl Urban is not in this film. At least it won't be screaming goats. That went well.
They attacked their escort.
Yeah, I'd say.
Oh, that's Taylor Sheridan.
Taylor Sheridan. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the writer of
CIA guy said told him how to approach the team, probably to avoid that. Yeah.
did he write this? He might have. He's the writer of Yellowstone. He was in Sons of Anarchy.
Hello, Admiral T.
Hey, Admiralty. Yeah, don't shoot the guy with the backwards cap.
Jesse says this is why I'm not a big fan of the CIA. They go in and make contact, gather intelligence, but don't train anyone, which makes the army job a little more difficult. You are now married in Bangladesh. He's always looked like that. Says why the CIA level of people doing their job went so below standard to the point that we have so many organizations back then could have fallen under the OSS, HLS, or the FBI is beyond me.
Welcome, Admiral Teague.
Hi,
How you
guys.
doing?
I'm enjoying this movie.
Yeah, it's a good film. It's one of those based on true events, but
When
Hollywood
does
changes it up.
when does he turn into Thor? When does he pick up Mjolnir?
No, he doesn't do that here.
There's Natalie Portperson.
There's no comic books here. No.
Maybe we could make it into a comic book now. Well, this guy is a fucking natural for
Yeah,
Jafar
this
in a
is
live
no.
action.
He's an Al Qaeda. He's an Al Qaeda soldier. They don't like women to
He's an Al
have
Sorta,
any,
yeah.
any source of intelligence, learning, or mathematics. It just shows you how horrible the Al Qaeda really is.
Is that Brooke Burka?
Police.
Yeah, they're pretty horrible, but I'd say this guy's a natural for Jafar in a live action. What do you call it? Alibaba. What was it?
Yeah, well, you have to work with that one that house and mouse, but that's another story and another
You'd
stream.
be great for representation.
Like I said, that's another story and another stream.
Ladies and gentlemen, sex symbol in Afghanistan, Brooke Burka.
This is the messed up shit that they do. She's a teacher.
Oh yeah, no, that they're not going to let that go lightly.
This is so messed up.
She's a woman
It
who can
makes you
read,
hate them
teaching
even
other
more.
women to read. I watched them kill a bunch of my friends. I guarantee you I hated them before I saw this, but this is fucking awful, and this is accurate. They're scumbags.
Do you have any military background? Any at all? Or do you
I'm
have
the only
any?
member. I'm the only person in my family for like several generations that didn't fight in a war. No, but I fought in the drug war, and I was a Sicario. I made it to Sicario second class. I went to the El Chapo finishing school for Sicarios, and I imported over 600,000 pounds of cocaine into the United States in the 90s.
I never did. I was never served in the military, but I think about it now, and I think right when the things Scud missiles were launched over Baghdad in '91, I probably might have.
If you had joined that,
I probably would have joined up.
My friend joined the day that happened.
Yeah.
The war was over 2 weeks before he got out of basic training.
Yeah, that's kind of how it happened. That kind of moved really fast.
Then he had to sit around for like 4 years in the military hearing about how he missed the big show. Then, like a long time later, when he thought it was all over, he gets grabbed up and sent to Afghanistan as a National Guardsman and has to fight for like 3 tours. And he was not the most stable guy to begin with. But I mean, the Taliban killed at least 4 of my friends in one afternoon. I think everyone knows what I mean. And one much later from toxic chemicals. Fuck them. And I hope to see some of them get what they deserve in this movie. Always makes me feel good.
It's the thing that Afghanistan is it's a desert, but it's a desert of cold.
Actually, I've heard it, and I've heard it strongly analogized to the United States in Pennsylvania. Just like strongly analogized. It's got some resources, but you can't eat pine needles. It's got that. You can grow food there, but it takes some effort. And everything we ever see from there, it either looks like like a totally bald mountain with no growth on it because it's so rocky, or kind of looks a little like PA, to be honest. Yeah.
Yes, Jesse. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt that statement. The U.S. Army definitely public things. I mean,
Wait, what's the statement?
oh, the U.S. Army has mountain training programs and with animals.
We do. They're
Such.
The New York National Guard has the 10th Mountain Division. Or no, I'm sorry, they're a regular Army division, but they're based in Fort Drum, New York. That means as much as it means. I don't know. I haven't served in the military, as we said, and let's see. An uncle who went missing for 14 years, only to come home dressed in a French Foreign Legion uniform. I didn't talk about his time there, and I often heard him singing songs. That's like the only military outfit no one in my family has joined. I mean, that I know of. That was a nice little move there. It was like all of a sudden everyone's going to be conversational on like grad school level history, and this guy, at least he has a fucking excuse, It's the Fury guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is he a horrible human being in this movie too?
Not really.
He's a good actor. It's just I have only seen him in bad roles, sadly. Common problem these days. Is it just me, or some of the Taliban just like Spanish dudes?
Well, these are a Northern Alliance.
Okay, so they're not. They're James Bond's buddies, the Mujahideen from License to Kill. No, what was the first one? Living Daylights.
They're really mean motor scooters. Their religious beliefs and their conviction of what they deem to think is right.
Oh, is this a true story?
I mean, yes, it's based on true events.
Yeah. Okay, I know. They're on the backside of the mountain Bin Laden's on, aren't they? And they think that they can get him.
No. They're just fighting the Al Qaeda, the soldiers that hold the city, because they were basically after 9/11 attacks happened, they were planning more and more, and these are the first American soldiers that went in to fight. They volunteered to do this.
I'm really glad they went and did it, but I really wish that we would have retaliated with nuclear weapons. I think it would have been fine, and I wish we had done it.
No, because that might have deemed Americans as the Antichrist, and not been a good image for us. Kind of.
That's what I'm saying. They're never gonna get since they're never gonna get over it. Why didn't we just nuke them?
I don't think it's that simple, Teague.
To me, it is. You know what I mean? But I'm not president. But like after they do that to us, we go to win their hearts and minds and sell them on changing. Yeah, they were pretty radical. Look how well it worked out. They teach them 2 words in English when they go to war with America.
America, fuck you. No. We're the Americans. We're here to fuck your shit up.
Fuck
kill
you is
your
our
ass.
word, motherfucker. This is what you get for saying fuck you to us. That's our word. I see Samuel L. Jackson movie, motherfucker.
Oh, we're bombing the shit out of them right here.
With bombs that have been out of style for like 85 years.
Congratulations, you missed.
Because we used pre-World War II ordnance. The fuck was that about? We had been fighting against the Iraqis in the north and south of their country, shooting everything the fuck down for 10 years. Our fucking Navy and Air Force flyers knew what the fuck they were doing. Just bullshit. Oh, well, now that happened, I changed my mind a little.
Oh, here. You have
we were much nicer to them.
Well, they had 12 U.S. Green Berets plus their this warlord that basically more or less not a warlord but a rebellious against the Taliban.
Right, he wants to sell heroin for his own price and not give them any money.
No, I don't think that.
Believe me, that's what's really true. The good guys in these movies are the Americans. Everyone else is a potential wild card. Someone's going to go Psycho Ranger on the Americans' watch. I don't understand. You have a squad action machine gun. Just rake the bodies with bullets and see if they move. Somebody in the chat was saying that the air raid was called in improperly. Do they mean specific to this story, or do they mean that they got general military doctrine wrong? Because if it's the second one, that's unforgivable. There's nothing but former soldiers running around looking for a job. Hire someone who knows what they're doing. Make them your technical advisor.
Yes,
according to the veterans,
Harlow says, according to the veteran, team officers do not call in airstrike.
Yeah.
Are they? Do they not make the decision?
What he's saying is Hemsworth's character wouldn't be making that call. No.
Was he like, as in, not the one on the phone, or not the one even making the decision? I think the movie just. Oh, here we go. I unfroze it for a second. There we go. That was my Cosme. Sorry, guys. Geez, it took enough tries, huh? Yeah,
he's making a joke. It was like a dress rehearsal for what they're going to be doing.
No, they're going to keep asking for more money every couple of days and never really follow through with the attack. That's
This is
the story made it to 60
they're so
minutes. I
bored that
remember
they're
what the
being
leader
robbed
said.
by this general citizens.
These people are taking the army for a ride. The people who say they're going to attack, they have no intention of getting to the top of that mountain.
No,
They do not
the
want any
army
part of our country.
they drop supplies to them, and they have to buy them back from the locals.
Yeah, this is why we didn't win.
You have to buy their
Fucking
own
shoot the fucking guy.
meals, MREs.
Like someone else said, we didn't do anything nearly as mean as the
this
Soviets
is
did.
what's messed up. They got a local civilian wearing their gas camo. You know.
Yeah, I'm honestly glad that in that moment of anger and patriotism, I didn't go follow through with joining the military after 9/11. It does not look like it was a very satisfying engagement.
You and I, even deleted, we were in our 30s or close to our 30s around that
Close.
time.
Getting close.
Yeah.
I had a college degree, so I was like, they'll make me, like, that's an automatic officer. Like, maybe I'll try it. I talked to, like, a recruiter. They're like, yeah, we absolutely need people in the United States Air Force. And within, like, a couple of weeks of watching the news, it's like, this is not going well. This is not going to work out. It's like I'm about 30. I think I'll take a pass on this one. I want to know how his comrade
I think like most cutoff is around 35 is what they may not even take.
They raised it to 40 in the middle of that war. I think it got lowered, but for 5 minutes there, you were able to join at 40. I want to know how Chris Hemsworth's fellow soldier was like speaking from experience when this war is like days old. It's like, well, it only gets worse. Like, how the fuck would you know?
I kind of wish we had Gary from
that was explained.
Okay.
That some of these guys had already been in Desert Storm and Somalia previous to this, so they had seen action.
I thought he was talking about the theft and the lack of appreciation of the people, quote unquote, being liberated. It came after they got fucked over by their allies.
The kid didn't know how to take off the wrapper to the.
It's sad. He's never had candy. He's like 10 years old.
It's like a dumb. I think it's a dumb. Yeah, it's one of those dumb suckers.
But think about it. Look how old he is. He's got an AK-47.
He's like 14. Yeah, he's like a 14.
Yeah, and he's never had candy in his life. Unfortunately, I had all too good of an idea what happened. This guy should have grown in some eyebrows. He looks like a ghoul from Fallout.
He's been in a lot of these military films.
Is it Walter Goggins with his head shaved?
No.
Yeah, no, it's not just you. That's exactly what they're fucking
Our
doing.
timestamp is currently 1 hour, 1 minute, and 41 seconds.
Honestly, horses are the best idea here, especially in the most landmine-filled country in the world at the start of this war. This place was so fucked up before we even got there.
Well, it's about to get even more so.
It was a good stunt with those guys running out of the building.
He told the Americans to stay there.
Because they're not going to do shit. No one's firing. All right, now they're down for executing people.
He was shooting his own men because they were cowards. They were giving up already.
But join the Taliban. That's what they do. I mean, it's believable. I absolutely believe this. I'll tell you this, I'm an American officer. There's no way I stay out of the fucking fight after 9/11. I'd be like, fuck you, I'm charging too. I got a gun. This guy's a pussy. They're close to stabbing range before using their guns. The Taliban guys did more to each other than these fucks did to them. Anyone catch that bad edit? All right, well, why are we doing anything to make these guys look less? I guess that makes them look worse.
Now you have the killer eye.
Ooh. I told you the reason they didn't want the Americans going down there is because they had their own game. This is why we should have nuked them.
Bush was our president then.
They should have listened to his words and made no distinction between the Taliban and those who harbored them. This is now aiding and abetting them, playing fucking patty cake with them. I pull out, I waste these guys first, and then I go after the Taliban with my own guys. It's bullshit. This is 3 times they fucked them over in the 10 minutes I've watched this movie. It's at this point you fucking level your weapon to his head, and the reward is I let you walk away. It's the time to stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
Teague. I get what you're talking about. This Northern Alliance general, he's doing what he's doing for a reason that's going to get explained a little bit later on. He's not what he's looking like right now. Stay tuned. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I could believe you. What's the American officer's excuse? Who does, you know what I mean? Thankfully, this isn't the way it happened, right? It was just the best movie they could make of the events. Chris Hemsworth is the leader of the Green Berets, or is his element babysitting yet another element? Or
he's the captain
okay,
of the Green Beret team. 12. There's 12 of them, including him.
they're supposed to be force multipliers and go in there and like militarize the locals. It worked like for a while in Vietnam. This is a very atypical military movie because forget the Allies, his own commanders are like, he's not making any progress, and like suddenly we have understanding, generals like it's okay if he doesn't make any progress. It's not his fault.
Well, the Green Berets had to have help from this guy.
Yeah, no, they just this
because he had all the intelligence on the Al Qaeda and Taliban.
Here's my idea: drop the entire 82nd Airborne where they are, and don't just go it alone because these guys are not the best allies. Even if they do pull through in the end, they've got their own agenda. The one inarguable here is that they're right to go without technology. This is horse, like, or some other kind of like biological animal area that, like, you're not going to be able to lug up enough gas or whatever it might be to use anything else. Did they cover why they're not using any helicopters? Or did that get mentioned? The weird part about this
Probably
team is
because
that
they have. I don't know. No, I don't
I
know.
think they would fear that the Taliban still had Stinger missiles that we gave them, is my thought. The weird part about this team, I'm
Well, they
sorry,
got. Well, they got. They're pretty well equipped.
they're lacking a team sergeant who's supposed to look after his men. I have a feeling that even though the screenwriter might be pretty good and we have decent stars in here, we may not have had any military advisors. We might have tried to go off of a book. Or they overruled their military advisor a couple of times.
Kind of an ambush coming.
I'm still kind of having a hard time with the idea that people are frosty from Desert Storm, a 40-hour military encounter 10 years earlier.
Yeah, see, it was an ambush in a way.
Jesse's comment about the tanks seems pretty on point.
This one?
His most recent comment.
This one?
Yes. And this is why the Red Army switched to helicopters. And once we gave them the Stingers, they were out of ways to move their guys. But that's why, and hopefully there was a line in this movie that, like, early on, we didn't really want to use helicopters till we were pretty sure they didn't have any more Stinger missiles. I still say the entire 82nd Airborne should have just been dropped in that area and just move in without these guys. I can't believe anyone would blow off the Secretary of Defense.
He's a true bureaucrat. He can do what he wants. I love his response here. There's their families back home viewing it on the news.
Does this movie have the families know what more or less what they're doing?
They just know they went away to fight these guys.
Right? Jesse's right. But boy, are they telling the God of Thunder what to do. I was wrong. It's fine.
Basically, what we're trying to do is to eliminate their capacity to fight. Or,
If it's this early in, isn't it just to try to get the worst Taliban and Al Qaeda leaders because we're moving in, but
I'm
it's going
sure
to take us
that's
like
a
2 months
what
to
it
attack
is.
conventionally? Are there high value targets nearby, or are they just messing with the local Taliban because they're jerks?
Don't have an answer for you right now.
So they're not here to say like not let Bin Laden escape. They're just integrating with the locals and fighting.
Bin Laden is not their mission.
Okay, thank you.
Their mission is to retake the Mashar Sharif. To get to Mashar Sharif, they got to take
Right.
out this guy Razam in his group to get there.
Right. And they're holding this town Besham.
Yeah.
Or they're
Yeah.
between them and Besham.
Basically, a Taliban stronghold.
Okay. I got to give him points for his American accent. It's pretty consistent and it's pretty military sounding. Like he's got that kind of all over America accent. I don't know if that's the only one he can do, but it works for this role.
The fella there plays the sniper. He's going to be the younger version of Mark Harmon in the NCIS prequel series.
The Jethro show is still going forward.
Yep.
Does NCIS go on without him too?
Well, it seems it already has. I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while.
Yeah,
I don't watch
it's
regular
not
television.
one of my shows. Yeah, no, watch stuff like this.
I watch anything. I watch it online or streaming.
My mom watches every single cop show, so I see him when I visit her.
What? What?
We're up to our big third act battle here.
Hello, Cody Guy. Welcome.
Cody.
Boom. Boom. Take out those tanks. Bloody fucking spectacular.
When they do stuff like that, this movie's pretty awesome. They're great with action and explosions. I will say this though, forget about like airdrop bombs and stuff. I want to see if hand grenades and rocket launch grenades still do the kind of damage that last one did, where it blew away like the entire inside of a baseball diamond.
I'd say it's a trick. Don't trust them.
I'm with you.
Make them throw their guns. Those trucks launch missiles. Heavy ordnance. You know, one of them's bound to have a chest. Yep, suicide bomber.
And Alan snack bar to you too, pal.
Self deletion bomber.
They're like fucking little kamikazes. Kamahajis.
There you go.
They're kamahajis.
Haji Kazis. Russian commander wishing he had all that equipment on the probably.
trying to bring the mountains down on you. They're radical sons of bitches.
Their real explosions are good, but their CGI explosions are only okay, right? You can kind of tell. How old is this movie? That seems like decent tactical advice, Jesse.
But the problem is they have to reload those. They have to reload here. Yeah, fire is coming down. This is where he sees that boy got buried in the. His shadow got buried in the landslide from all the explosions.
It was pretty brutal.
That boy is pretty freaking brave, man. Indeed, Jesse. They're trying. Oh, they're trying to take out that truck with the rocket launchers. Delete it. Are we taking a kill count on this one?
They're getting there.
We
I'd be
see
lost
some
at this
people at
point.
we see some people at the edge of it, but we see a lot of just huge billowing flame explosions. So I'm imagining we're like it's many dozens, if not a couple of hundred.
God bless the stuntman who you say, yeah, let's get set on fire today.
They should make a movie
All in a
about that.
day's work.
I would see a movie about that. So they got World War II bottle rocket style missiles, and they're just maybe they get you, maybe they don't.
Oh, shit. Don't be dead.
I guess we kind of saw this first in Saving Private Ryan, but it's been in like a bunch of war movies since. So maybe a few people have said it's like this. I mean, in the Starfleet engagements I've been in, I've seen a few panels explode and people have to be, taken down to sick bay, but nothing like this.
Where'd you learn to drive? Sears?
Is that a Jeep? Nice shot, man. Hey, man, nice shot.
Yeah, I'm sorry I can't stay at the very end. I got a jet. My father fought in Nam, so I appreciate what you guys doing with the movies. It's a pretty good action film.
Thank you.
I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for letting me sit in for a little while.
Yeah. Later,
Take
Teague.
care.
Take care, man.
Take care. Real quick, I will give this like an A+ for the action scenes. They're pretty fucking good.
Yep. So Spencer's been medevaced out, and now they're heading to their initial target. And the Northern Alliance is still an alliance for today. Yeah.
Something I could say about that, but
Listen,
I won't.
Afghanistan got Afghanistan, It's what it is. Always was, always fucking will be. Mhm. Against overwhelming odds, all 12 members of the U.S. Army Special Forces ODA 595 survived their mission to capture Mazar al-Sharif by the horse soldiers and their counterparts is one of the U.S. military's most stunning achievements. Military planners predicted it would take 2 years. Task Force Jagger did it in 3 weeks. Al-Qaeda considers this to be their worst defeat. Because their mission was classified, the men of Special Forces ODA 595 returned home to their everyday lives, no fanfare or public acknowledgement of the near impossible mission they completed. In 2014, General Dostum became vice president of Afghanistan. Dostum and Mitch Nelson remain close to this day. 2012, to honor their extraordinary heroism, a statue of a horse soldier was dedicated at the World Trade Center site. And there's the real team.
Oh, no problem, Curtis. Yeah, I highly recommend if you get the time to full watch this in its full entirety. Go ahead and check it out. It's a pretty damn good film based on the true events. You're welcome, Connie. Hope you've enjoyed the feature film. Glad to hear it, Connie.
All right. We shall consult the scrolls.
Consult the scrolls.
And of course, by scrolls, I mean IMDb Pro. All right. All right. 12 Strong was released January 19th, 2018 at an estimated budget of $35 million, making $67 million worldwide. All right. It was nominated by the Visual Effects Society Awards for the Outstanding Supporting Visual Effects in a Photoreal Feature, and was nominated for 2 People's Choice Awards. Chris Hemsworth for Best Dramatic Movie Star, and the movie was nominated for Favorite Drama Movie. All right. Filming locations included at Albuquerque, Saraco, Alamogordo, mines near Oro Grande, all New Mexico, and Santa Clarita, California, with some scenes shot in Uzbekistan and Afghanistan. All right. There are 20 trivia entries. I'll try and read them through them real quick here. General Abdul Rashid Dostum was quoted as saying, "I asked for a few Americans. They brought with them the courage of a whole army." To Robert Young Pelton, his 2002 National Geographic Adventure article, "The Legend of Heavy D and the Boys." Pelton was the only journalist with the Green Beret and CIA team whose story is featured in The Horse Soldiers. Rob Riggle plays then Lieutenant Colonel Max Bowers, 3rd Battalion Commander, 5th Special Forces Group. Riggle, a Marine, actually served directly under the real Bowers during the same time period the movie is based on. According to Riggle, Bowers loved his representation in the film. Michael Pena and Michael Shannon both appeared in World Trade Center, with Shannon playing a former Marine who turns up at the site to help with the rescue efforts. This is Jerry Bruckheimer's second film to be released by Warner Brothers Pictures, their first being Kangaroo Jack, although produced by Castle Rock Entertainment. This is the second collaboration on real-life events among Thad Luckenbill, Kenneth Miller, and Jeff Stoltz. The first being Only the Brave, about the Granite Mountain hotshots who died in a forest fire. This is the second time William Fichtner has played a member of Delta Force. He played a composite character, Sergeant First Class Jeff Sanderson, in Black Hawk Down, and plays Colonel John Mulholland here. Mulholland himself was a staff officer in Delta Force at the time of the 1993 battle in Mogadishu that inspired Mark Bowden's book and the movie Black Hawk Down. Dostum, the last name of the Uzbek general, means my best friend in Uzbek and many other Turkic and Indo-European languages. And take care, Curtis. We're going to be wrapping this up here shortly. Although much of the filming took place near White Sands missile range, the scenes involving military encampments were not part of an actual U.S. military installation. The structures were leased from AKS Military, a private company. AKS also provided the military structures for Transformers. Chris Hemsworth and Elsa Pataki play a couple in the movie. They are married with kids in real life. The paperweight that the female soldier uses on the unrolled map is a Motorola 9500 series satellite telephone. The film is based on Doug Stanton's nonfiction book Horse Soldiers, which tells the story of CIA paramilitary officers and U.S. Special Forces personnel, in addition to United States Air Force combat controllers, sent to Afghanistan immediately after the 9/11 attacks. Among the events covered in the book, but not in the film, is the Wala-e-Janggi prison uprising, one of the bloodiest battles in the early period in the War of Afghanistan. Naveed Nagaban, who plays General Dostum, and Newman Akar, who plays Mullah Razam, have both appeared as villains in different seasons of Homeland and will star together in Aladdin. Now, remember earlier in the show when Teague said the Taliban general looked like he would make a good Jafar? Well, guess what? He played Jafar. So,
He did.
yeah. Many of the U.S. Army Special Forces soldiers seen in the film are wearing black fleece jackets. In the book, Horse Soldiers Reunion 12 Strong films released by Doug Stanton, upon which the film is based, the black fleece jackets were for some reason a very popular item among the Special Forces personnel as they prepared to go to Afghanistan, so much so that when their original sources ran out of stock, the Special Forces men promptly bought them directly from the manufacturer North Face. The B-52 is making the bombing run from Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana. This is indicated by the LA tail designation on the bomber. The song the Special Forces soldiers sing while in the Chinook helicopter with the lyrics "Silver Wings Upon Their Chests" is called The Ballad of the Green Beret by Sergeant Barry Sadler. It was popularized during the Vietnam War. This is the fourth collaboration between Jerry Bruckheimer and Michael Shannon. Shannon starred in Pearl Harbor, Kangaroo Jack, and Bad Boys 2, all produced by Bruckheimer, 2 of which were directed by Michael Bay. This is the fifth film that William Fichtner worked with Jerry Bruckheimer. The other four: Armageddon, Pearl Harbor, Black Hawk Down, and The Lone Ranger. At about 7 minutes and 30 seconds into the movie, there was a flag hanging on the wall. It's a 49-star flag. Towards the end, when General Dostum finally catches up with his family's killer, Mullah Razan, he prepares to shoot and kill him. He says, "Ba Mazar" in Farsi, or the Dari language. It means for Mazar. Captain Nelson reloads his rifle near the end of the last battle, and it's the only time a U.S. soldier reloads his weapon in the entire movie. Edited is shown to be reloading a weapon. Other scenes aren't showing a weapon, but obviously implied. And that is all of the trivia from IMDb Pro. The scrolls are closed.
Awesome.
Right.
Tomorrow we do have Action or Western Cinema Presents Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, directed by Sam Peckinpah, starring Bob Dylan's in it.
Bob Dylan? Yeah. You have James Coburn as Garrett. And Chris Christopherson is the kid.
Should be interesting. I think many moons ago, I was told that I should show that one. We're finally getting to it. And we're going to do a little karaoke later, a couple hours from now. You can drop by. You can't. I understand. But tell them what you got going on later.
All right. Well, I will be, I'll be joining Bill tomorrow for Western Cinema Presents with Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. Later on that night will be my show Unscripted. Episode 63, I Had a Hammer. And I am going to be talking about someone whose name rhymes with Smalek Baldwin. And the would-be FBI investigation into the Rust shooting. And that, because I have a few choice words. Unscripted is the pregame show to Geeky Geezers over on Aged Boomers channel. Troy Pacelli will be joining him, and of course there will be the tribute to the late great Roger Corman. And then after that show is completed, get yourself a snack, nice beverage, and come back over to my channel for the other side of midnight. 12:05 a.m. Eastern, 11:05 Central. Sin's Corner and Off the Cover will be my guests for the show. We're going to be talking about the current state of film and why the revivals are doing much better than the new releases. Then, of course, Monday, Sin and Paul will be joining me once again for a mystery movie night at the Regal. Right now, that's tentatively scheduled for 10 minutes after 10 Eastern. We might have to push that back a few minutes, but the show will go on. And right now, my guess is that the mystery movie is going to be Ezra. We'll see. I could be mistaken. I'm hoping that it would be Long Legs or something like that, but probably not. We'll see. And of course, Tuesday, join me on my channel for live from Sparkwood and 21, my Twin Peaks retrospective series. Troy Pacelli, Netters Network, and Aged Boomer will be joining me for that. That's 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday night. All right. Oh, and of course, for those of you who are watching who are members of my channel, stay tuned to my community page. I'm going to be dropping some info on when the next member stream is going to take place. I also have a couple of videos in my Read What You Own challenge series that's also going to be coming up. And of course, stay tuned to upcoming film reviews and whatever else I may have cooked up. It might be a surprise or two coming up. All right. So that's it for me. On over to you, Bill.
Oh, yeah, just some karaoke a little bit later, and we hope you try to join us for that. If anybody wants to go raid, Admiral Tigi's doing some Star Trek watch along right now. Just maybe you might want to drop by and say hello, give a like. Other than that, for now, I'll say be excellent to each other, party on, and we'll see you a little bit later. Back to you, Julian.
All right. Yes, I'd like to thank Admiral Teague for joining us. Everybody who was in the chat, including Jesse Guajardo, who's dropping some knowledge on us, Curtis Selby, and of course, Connie Clary.
Mm-hmm. And those watching over on Rumble, appreciate
DJ Play Nice joined us. I don't know if he's still here. Hello, if you are.
Cody Guy.
Scrolling up here. Cody Guy. And of course, anyone who might have been lurking in the background. There's always one or two. It's quite all right. You do not have to engage with the chat, just as long as you enjoyed the show. Drop the like, share out the stream, and you are new to Bill's channel or mine. or to anyone else who was on the panel or in the chat today with us, please feel free to subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell icon for notifications. And if you are subscribed, please make sure that you still are, because YouTube will unsubscribe you without your permission. So make sure everything is still up and running.
But we really like your comments. We love the feedback.
Mm-hmm. And of course, my usual parting words from HQ and our second home office in Arizona. Good night. Take care. Stay strong, because this is how we win.
Later, folks.